Hi people, let's talk lava. All right, so I might put this up, so I'm gonna make this a general video because she might be using it for social media purposes, but you know who this is really for. All right, let's talk lava recipes for those of you who are trying to make lava anything. Lava pumpkins, lava cups, lava anything. Okay, so any type of volcanic eruption. My basic recipe, people, the basic things that are going to go into this, of course, baking soda and vinegar. The things you can do with baking soda and vinegar. Baking soda, some vinegar, it can be from the corner store. Do not go out and pay a bunch of money for it. No ma'am, no thank you. All right, other things that are going to make your lava pop. You can use any type of soap. It doesn't have to be this brand, no ma'am, because I guarantee you this is not even the brand that's inside of this bottle right now. Okay, so soap, I prefer clear soap because it does not mess up my lava and it gets to be whatever color I choose. It's the time of year where we make lava orange. You can do lava that's purple, you can do neon lava, you can do unicorn lava, whatever thing you're going to do. I suggest actually putting a cup down inside of whatever container. This is what we do when we do the old school, like big giant volcanoes and you build it up. We're not putting it deep in the stuff into the clay. No, put a cup inside of whatever thing you're trying to make erupt or explode and use that. Okay, so I've got my cup. You want to make sure you're mixing things in a way that they will all easily be able to kind of like come in contact with each other. What I mean by that is, if you don't have like a stirring thing, I have, see, a little craft stick and all that type of stuff, but sometimes you don't really have time for that. I'm going to put a ridiculous amount. You see how much soap I'm putting in? Okay, and you really want to make sure that you have enough of all of these things that are in ratio of the size of said container. Okay, so then I'm going to put a decent amount. Now I bought this food coloring special for this week because I'm doing orange things with all of my students all week long. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is very thick, very highly pigmented food coloring. You notice how it's like not mixing in? So I'm going to swirl this. See? They're about the same viscosity, food coloring and soap, and so you're good. The next thing that you're going to see me do is I'm going to put the vinegar into here, right? So you're going liquid into liquid. You see how much I'm using, because if you're really trying to get the effect, you want to make sure you have enough of your substance. Okay, and I swirled it a little bit and I'm making a bit of a mess. Okay, do you see how much vinegar I'm going to add to this cup? Hopefully that'll be enough, but again, I'm just demonstrating my lava or eruption recipe. This is my favorite one. Okay, you're going to do baking soda and vinegar, and you're spiking it with food coloring and soap so that the soap can encapsulate the gas that is produced when you mix baking soda and vinegar together. When you do that acid-base reaction, the soap is going to help capture that gas, and you'll get bubbles and you'll get this lava overflow effect. All right, other things you can add shaving cream, like a dollop of shaving cream on top of this, and then overflow it. But if you're looking for your basic thing, baking soda, which I'm going to put down inside of here. Okay, the baking soda I'm going to put down in here. Okay, I'm putting a decent amount. Why? Because I want an ignorant amount of overflow. If you're trying to get like a whole pumpkin or like a whole volcanic mountain and all that type of stuff to do, you need to make sure you're using a significant amount ratio wise, right? So you see how much compared to the size of this container I'm using. Never use like, say, like half. That's way too much. Way too much. That's going to be too much. You're going to get just a mess. Okay. If you want a mess, then I mean, do you? Okay. But you're wanting to make sure that you have a controlled oozing kind of volcanic overflow situation. Also, you see I have a tray. Don't do this just randomly without a tray. Alrighty then. So again, you know who this is for. Yeah. Sashel, Freya. But again, I like to use everyone's learning experience together. All right. You see how that's only half. Now you see why I said not to put too much baking soda in it. Too much baking soda will cause problems. All right, so you see how quickly that was, and then now it's kind of like slowing down a little bit. I'm going to do the rest of it, and now I'm going to get my overflow effect. Things you can do to continue to push this reaction: you can add more vinegar. Do not add more baking soda right now. You can add more vinegar. One of the things that I want you to see, I'm going to tilt this down. You might not be able to see it anymore because it's over, but you see how on the bottom all of the baking soda is not actually even used up. Okay, so that's why I'm saying you can add more vinegar, because our limiting reagent is actually the vinegar. The baking soda, there's plenty of down in the bottom. All right, so you see what we've got going on. This thing is like going. Made a nice little ooze overflow situation. I'm gonna come over to my sink. Like I said, you can just add a little bit more water. You can add water, okay? At this point, you can now add water, okay? And you're going to push the rest of the bubbles out in that situation. If your students are playing with it, all that, they can stir it at this point. There's a lot that can happen. But I really want to be super clear. I'm going to come over here. Do you see what's happening? The baking soda, still, not all of it has reacted. So there's still more that you can do. You can still get it to continue to react and overflow. They can stir it if you're doing it in cups like this. Again, I'm doing this video specifically for certain folks, but I'm going to post it. Yeah, I guess so. And so I want to make sure that it's useful for everybody. I will add a little bit more vinegar in for you. See? And now did you see? You got a nice big reaction. Okay, I'm going to do it now that's because there's still plenty of baking soda down at the bottom for it to react to. So, that has been a little science with Ms. Steph, people. Basic lava. Notice how I'm using my air quotes, because this is totally not real lava. But basic lava or volcanic model anything. You can make a volcanic kind of eruption situation out of anything. Any type of container that you choose. But I definitely say put some type of cup or whatever to contain your reaction. Your baking soda and vinegar are your main reagents. Your friends, your helper reactants are going to be the soap. And it does depend. How much soap you put in will adjust how quickly the reaction happens, as well as how long that poof and kind of the mushroom kind of effect lasts. And then, of course, your pigment. I say use orange because it's that time of year. But depending on the time of year, depending on what it's for, if you're trying to do like unicorn volcanoes or whatever for your child's birthday party, go for it. Okay? Any type of color will do. The color is not really impacting the actual reaction. It's impacting the experience of the children during the reaction. All right, people, it's been fun. Bye. Have like a great day and all that kind of whatnot.